Welcome back. Today we dive into the life and legacy of one of Africa's most controversial and unique leaders, Dr. Hastings Kamuzu Banda, the first president of Malawi. He was a man of power, vision and mystery, and guess what? He died a bachelor. Stay tuned to find out why. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode. Now let's get into it. Dr. Hastings Kamuzu Banda was a pivotal figure in Malawi's history, remembered for his leadership in securing the country's independence and his long, authoritarian rule as its first president. His tenure marked by both significant national development and political repression. While Banda's contributions to Malawi independence was widely recognized, his personal life, particularly his marital status, has remained a subject of intrigue. This video explores Banda's early life, political rise, governance, personal life, and lasting impact on Malawi. Hastings Kamuzu Banda was born on May 14, 1898, in Kasungu, in what was then the British Protectorate of Nyasaland, now Malawi. He came from a humble background but showed early intellectual promise. Seeking education abroad, he moved to the United States, where he studied at institutions including the University of Chicago before obtaining a medical degree in Scotland. Banda practiced medicine in the United Kingdom and Ghana before returning to Nyasaland in 1958 to participate in the nationalist movement against British colonial rule. Upon his return to Nyasaland, Banda became a key leader in the independence movement. He took over the Nyasaland African Congress (NAC), which was actively opposing colonial rule. After NAC leaders were arrested by the British in 1959, Banda emerged as the primary nationalist leader. He later transformed the NAC into the Malawi Congress Party (MCP) in 1960, strengthening the push for independence. Banda's effort paid off when Malawi gained independence on July 6, 1964. He became the country's first prime minister, and in 1966 Malawi was declared a republic, with Banda assuming the position of president. He consolidated his power quickly, establishing himself as the supreme leader and instituting a one-party state under the MCP. Banda's early years in power saw significant development in infrastructure, education and healthcare. He prioritized the construction of roads, hospitals and schools as well as the expansion of agricultural projects. His government maintained strong ties with the Western nations, securing economic aid that helped fund development initiatives. However, Banda's rule soon became highly autocratic. He banned opposition parties, suppressed political dissent, and established a secret police force to silence critics. The MCP became the only legal political party, and Banda demanded loyalty from all Malawians. His regime was characterized by strict censorship, detention without trial, and the exile or execution of political opponents. His leadership also promoted a cult of personality, with citizens required to display his portraits in homes and businesses, and refer to him as Ngwazi, which meant conqueror. Despite his long political career, Banda never had a publicly recognized wife or children, making his personal life a subject of speculation. He was briefly married to an English nurse named Marine French while living in the UK, but the marriage ended in divorce. After returning to Malawi, he remained unmarried, a rare occurrence for an African leader of his time. However, Banda had a close relationship with Cecilia Tamanda Kadzamira, who was often seen as the unofficial First Lady of Malawi. Though never formally married, Cecilia played a significant role in his inner circle and was believed to have wielded considerable influence over his personal and political affairs. Banda's decision to avoid marriage and family life may have been a strategic move to maintain absolute control over his rule, preventing any potential power struggles over his succession. His personal life was shrouded in secrecy. Much like his governance style, he rarely discussed personal matters, and his carefully managed public image reinforced the idea of him as a leader devoted solely to the state. His avoidance of a conventional family structure further strengthened his authoritarian grip on power, as there was no potential heirs or family members who could challenge his rule. Dr. Hastings Kamuzu Banda's legacy is complex. He is credited with securing Malawi's independence and laying the foundation for national development, particularly in education and infrastructure. However, his authoritarian leadership and human rights abuses overshadowed many of his achievements. In 1994, after increasing pressure from both Malawian people and the international community, Banda was forced to allow multi-party election, which led to his defeat. He retired from politics and passed away in 1997. Banda remains a controversial figure in Malawi's history. Some regard him as the father of the nation, while others view him as a dictator who suppressed freedoms. His lack of a formal marriage and family life further contributed to the mystery surrounding him, reinforcing his image as a leader who prioritized power and control over personal attachment. Ultimately, Dr. Hastings Kamuzu Banda played a defining role in shaping Malawi's past, and his influence, both positive and negative, continues to be felt in the country today. His contribution to Malawi's independence and early development are undeniable, but his authoritarian rule left many scars. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments.